little story. It's a story of the great sage Brihaspati and his son Kacha. Now, this son went to study, and he studied the Vedas and all sorts of things which were taught in ancient India, and he came back to his father very proud, thinking that I am more learned than the old man. His father saw that, and he said, well, son, you have studied all of this, you have attended all the retreats, and you know all of this, you have got all these notes and stuff, and have you found peace? And Kacha had to admit, no, not really, I haven't found peace. Then the father said, and asked his father, now how do I get peace? The father says, Tyaga, by renunciation, by giving up. So he says, okay, I give up everything. I give up my wealth and all of that. And he goes all over India to the different holy places and comes back. And his father says, have you found peace? He says, no. Then only by renunciation, by giving up, you find peace. And Kacha thinks, what else can I give up? Okay, I give up every possession, including my little loincloth which I was wearing. So nude, he wanders all over India. And there are monks even today who actually wander nude in India. And so I give up everything, including clothes, including I don't want food also. If people feed me, that's all right. Otherwise, I'm not even going to beg for food. And he wanders all over India to the holy places and comes back. And his father says, have you found peace? Not really. How do I find peace? By giving up. The same thing. What else can I give up? And he thinks, okay, this body. I got it. This body, I have to give up the body. So he lights a fire and he's going to jump in the fire. And his father says, wait a minute, son. If you do that, this is no way of giving up the body. Why? Because if you do that, the mind with its desires will continue on to the next birth, and you will have, because of your past karma, you will get a new body, and then another body, and body after that. So this is no way of, suicide is no way of giving up the body, because it'll get replaced as soon as you have given it up. And you will end up in a worse position than you are in. So that's, by the way, why suicide is highly not recommended in any religion. Then Kacha thinks, then how do I give up if I'm not going to destroy the body? He says, then his father tells him the secret. The real giving up is giving up of the ego, of giving up of the mind. Chitta, the mind. The mind has to be given up. How do I give up the mind? How do I give up the ego? By knowing that it's not me. It is not I. Realize that the ego and the mind are objects. Just as you treat your clothes and your iPhone and all of that, the mind is a very sophisticated iPhone. That's all that it is. Yeah. And it's got this little ego in it, which we identify. How terrible it would be if we already are a lot, pretty much identified with the iPhone, but if you thought you were the iPhone, it would be terrible. So we think we are this mind. Give up this identification with the mind, and there you have it. Then you will find peace. You get peace immediately. The nature of the pure self, of pure consciousness, is peace. You remember the story where the man went to the Swami asking for peace, and the Swami said, the peace of the mind is also no peace. Restlessness of the mind, you are the witness. Peace of the mind, you are the witness. So that is giving up of the mind, knowing that I am not the mind, I am not the ego. That's all for now, and we will meet again in the evening.